Hi everybody, I'm Christina Libs, and you all look beautiful tonight. I must say, dressed to impress, you guys took it for real. I decided to pick my favorite sweater and put on some sneakers, so you know, it is what it is, but I'll take it over Andrew's flip-flops any day. With a side of some hockey. I appreciate Brent putting that up there. Played for a couple years, actually played with Todd as well from 5'9", so shout out to them. The Madison Gay Hockey Association, great organization. Highly recommend come out, watch us skate on Sundays. But I am here to talk a little bit about my journey, my experience, and a little bit about Zendesk as well. I've been a Madisonian for 4.5 years. Came from Illinois, started at a small software company out in the outskirts of town, and eventually made my way down here to downtown Madison working for Zendesk. And about 1.5 years ago became a member of 100 State. Was drawn in just by the community. I don't have to say it again and again, but it's obviously a great group of people. The brainstorms were fantastic. That was one thing that really pulled me into the community, and I just love being a part of it, love hearing everybody's ideas and meeting new people with great work that they're doing, and helping out where I can. So I also work for this company called Zendesk. Zendesk is a pretty cool company. I enjoy working there. I started in January. We're a customer service software company. Essentially, we just want to bring our customers or bring our communities closer together and build relationships by using beautifully simple, straightforward, helpful software. So I'm a project manager with them by trade, which is why I have notes. Everybody else just knows exactly what they're going to say when they get up on stage here. I need a little bit of help. So yeah, I've got some notes. But I launch our enterprise customers. I help them implement and consult with them to understand their business and apply our software to their business. And if you want to learn more about what Zendesk does, we offer free trials, a month trial online, so you can see all that fun functionality there if you're interested. But I want to talk more specifically about what's happening in the Zendesk Madison office and how 100 State has come to play a part in that, and how the two communities building together will only improve over time. So, like I said, I started in January. We had about 70 people back in January in the Zendesk Madison office in the US Bank building. We're now up to 130. I think that growth is only beat maybe by 100 State with 220 members. But a rapid growth period for Zendesk, not only in Madison but also globally. We've about doubled globally as well, and multiple international offices, and San Francisco being our headquarters has seen some of that growth as well. Some highlights of our community work that we do, that Zendesk does, is the 130 of us. How do we interact with Madison? One thing that we've done recently, one highlight, is our corporate social responsibility team, which was previously kind of a street team. So you have your full-time job. I'm a project manager, but then I also put this 100 State liaison hat on, and I try to connect our communities, and then I put my literacy network hat on, and I talk with them and see what they need. A bunch of us still do that, working with YWCA, working with Madison Children's Museum, just a bunch of great organizations. Recently, we just promoted one of our own into doing that full time, which is really great, because instead of having to split that time across multiple responsibilities, she's now 100%. This Jelana Peterson, you might know her, see her around, congratulate her, congratulate the investment that really will give to the Madison community. I think it kind of says a lot. Where'd I go? So the other big thing is in May we launched our Neighbor Foundation. Neighbor Foundation pumps money directly into the communities where Zendesk neighborhoods are. So neighborfoundation.squarespace.com. There's rolling grant applications. It's funded initially with $1 million investment from Zendesk, and the sustainability plan is $1 per agent license sold per month. So if you can do the math, it will be sustainable. There'll be continual money kind of pumped into this fund and sent out to our communities. So ultimately, this means that as we grow, as we move from 70 to 130 to however much larger we become, it's an investment in Madison as well. Our community connections and the foundation will help the community, across the board. So why does Zendesk support 100 State. For me, it makes a lot of sense. So I was on 100 Stater before I was a Zendeskian. There's a lot of similarities. Yeah, Zendeskian, it's a fun little name. There's a lot of similarities in our people. We're tech savvy. We like technology. We see the benefits of it. We like beer. Duh. It's Wisconsin. It makes sense. And our proximity. I mean, we're in the U.S. Bank building. You guys are right here. It just makes logical sense for us. And we're really people first. We really want to empower our employees, just as 100 State works to empower their membership to really see all of their endeavors through, and it's a very helpful kind of community as well. So my goal is kind of a liaison between the two, and wearing both of those hats is to just connect the communities closer together. We first did this with the brainstorm that Brent had mentioned, bringing a bunch of our Zendeskians to the physical 100 State space and just answer the question, or start to answer the question of, how do we work better together? What can we get accomplished together rather than staying in our separate, sometimes across the square is a long way away. So from that, we've done a couple things. We had an arts happy hour with Theo Howard. We put together this awesome mural. So shout out to Theo if he's around. I saw this. I wasn't able to attend, which was terrible, but I saw this an hour after on Facebook, and it was shared. A bunch of coworkers shared it and were liking it. They said it was the best happy hour ever. So it really goes to show kind of that idea, the brainstorm idea, turns into reality, turns into something that we can tangibly put up in front of our audience, in front of our people at Zendesk. We'll also be doing a CSR, or the community kind of happy hour, in January, so look out for that. We'll be working with 100 State to kind of bring our communities together and just network, get to know each other better. And then we'll also be doing some demos at 100 State as well, so just educating people on what the system can do and getting our people out there. So the biggest benefit that I see in our two communities coming together through all these ideas and whatever else comes out of it is as we grow from 70 to 130 to who knows how large, we need to stay grounded to the Madison community. We don't want to go off on our own world and do a bunch of other crazy stuff all on our own. We want to be connected to what's going on the ground in Madison, and 100 State, the relationship that we'll build and continue to build will help that along. So that's about all I have. Quick shout out to Mobcraft for coming up with the term shout out, because that's genius for a beer. Who was it? Brent? Greg? Somebody. It was great. Yeah. Shout outs there. Shout outs just to everybody. So I already called out Theo, so thank you again for that awesome idea. Thank you for all the arts community as well. That was one thing that was very obvious to some of our coworkers coming from San Francisco that visited 100 State. It was one of the most art-dense locations in the entire area that they had seen thus far.